All right, so financing your graduate information. So first and foremost, what is financial aid for a graduate student? So financial aid is an umbrella term that includes loans, scholarships, basically any funds that do not come personally from you. As a graduate student, you would not be eligible for grants. Grants are for undergraduate students. So your options as financial aid as a graduate student are loans and scholarships, and any funds that personally come from you. Now, aid eligibility. You have to have earned a high school diploma or equivalent. You must be enrolled into an eligible graduate program or certificate program in order for you to be eligible for financial aid. You must be a U.S. citizen or eligible non-citizen. You must have a valid Social Security number. You have to sign the certifying statements on the FAFSA, and FAFSA filers must answer the drug question on the FAFSA. Male students must be registered with Selective Service or must consent to registration while you are completing the FAFSA application. Now, if you have not done a FAFSA application as an undergraduate student, these are the steps. You have to, number one, receive an FSA ID. So you have to go to fsaid.ed.gov in order for you to obtain that FSA ID. You have to have an SFSA ID in order for you to complete the FAFSA. You can complete the FAFSA now at www.studentaid.gov. The website has been updated, so this is the website that you must now go to in order for you to be eligible, or in order for you to complete your FAFSA application. So what types of loans are graduate students eligible for? So there is a federal direct loan. There's Federal Graduate Plus Loan, which requires a credit check, and there's also alternative private loans that will also require a credit check. And I will explain all of these different types of loans throughout the presentation. Now, explanation of loans. This is a loan that you'll actually see on your award letter if you are eligible. So a federal direct loan does not require a credit check. All you have to do is complete the FAFSA application. It's in your name. Repayment begins 6 months after a student is no longer enrolled at least half-time. Half-time now is considered 3 credits. Before it was 4.5 credits, but now it is just 3 credits in order for you to qualify as a half-time student. So this allows you to have your loans go into deferment if you are attending school, at least as a part-time student with 3 credits. The federal direct loan is an unsubsidized loan. So what that means is that the loan will accrue interest while you are enrolled in school. Due to the pandemic, the interest rate has gone down significantly. It is now 4.3% with an origination fee of 1.059%. In order for you to have the loan dispersed and apply to your tuition once you've been considered eligible from the FAFSA, you have to go to www.studentaid.gov. You must complete an entrance exam, an entrance counseling session, and you must also sign the master promissory note as well in order for that to apply to your tuition. Now, your income will not affect the amount of loan that you will receive for a federal direct loan with your award. Generally, students in a graduate program can receive up to $20,500 of unsubsidized loan for the year that will help cover your tuition for that specific year. So the other type of loan is a Federal Graduate Plus loan. This loan is not on your award. The reason why it's not on your award is because you have to actually apply for it. Usually students will apply for a Federal Graduate Plus loan if usually students will apply for this if the regular direct loan does not cover your tuition in full. or you have living expenses and you're not working while you're in school, some students will decide to take the Federal Graduate Plus loan as well. You do have to apply for this at www.studentaid.gov. It is based on your credit. There is a light credit check that is done. If you don't have enough credit or strong enough credit, you can have a co-signer with you or an endorser with you for this specific type of loan. There is interest rate that will apply and accrue as soon as the loan is dispersed. The current interest rate right now is 5.3% with an origination fee of 4.236%. Students have repayment options, such as repaying this loan immediately after it is dispersed, or some students will choose to do interest-only payment. Sometimes some students will do full deferment where they don't have to pay that loan until 6 months after graduation or until 6 months after they drop to the halftime period. All right, there's also private loans. Some students are not interested in taking federal loans or may not qualify for federal loans. So they will take the option of applying for private loans. Now, private loans are provided through lenders such as banks or educational loan lenders. There's several private loans that students can apply for. Usually, well, most of the time, or we usually encourage our students to go to www.elmselect.com to look at the different lenders and banks and see which one works for them. The great thing about elmselect.com is that you can go there and you can filter out the different banks and loaning services and see which one works best for you. Sometimes some students are looking for a private loan that has lower interest rate, or sometimes they're looking for a loan that will allow them to do repayment after they graduate. So this is completely up to you, and you can use this website to filter out through these private loan companies, and that is www.elmselect.com. Another form of aid is assistantship. There are some students that may qualify for an assistantship, and sorry, I'm missing the T here for the assistantship, but usually, if you are interested in that, this is something that you have to apply with directly in the graduate school. And what happens is if you do get selected for an assistantship, you will have an assignment to work for a specific department. Usually, the assignment is instructional, research, or it can be field work. Usually, the contract terms are full year or 1 semester. And what happens is you are compensated by having your tuition and fees covered. And you do receive a stipend for having this possible assistantship. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely reach out to the graduate school. And I'll have the information for the graduate school at the end of this presentation. But if that's something that you're interested in, a lot of students do go for this option because, number one, it covers the tuition fees, and then also there's a stipend for the student as well. So this will help some students tremendously if you're not interested in maybe taking out a loan or a private loan. All right, so programs that are eligible for federal aid. All doctoral, master's, and CRI, specific certification programs, are eligible for federal aid. Some programs, such as the School of Business, they do function on a trimester schedule. So there's usually 3 terms in 1 academic year, and the financial aid is split over those 3 terms. So these are the programs that are definitely eligible for federal aid. So depending on your program, you may or may not be eligible for federal aid. And then when that happens, usually you have to pay out of pocket, or you will look into private loans to help fund that specific program. So eligible certificate programs, if you are interested in certificate programs, these are the ones that are definitely eligible. So advanced counseling, teaching middle grades math, teaching English to speakers of other languages, the American Diet Association, the Paralegal Studies Program, translating Spanish, artist diploma, the drug and alcohol counselor certificate program, music therapy, and also nutrition and exercise science are all eligible certification programs where you would receive federal aid. Also, eligible advanced certification, which is called CRA. So a supervisor advanced certification, a principal certification program is also eligible for federal aid as well. So additional eligible certification programs, CREs, reading specialist certification, substance awareness coordinator, and school counselor certification are also eligible for aid. Okay, and this information is also on our website. So if you want to know if you're interested in certification program and you want to know if your program is eligible, you can definitely go on our website to check that out. Now, teaching certification programs. All initial teacher certification programs and P3 ABIT programs are eligible for aid, but it's a different type of aid. So if you have your bachelor's already and you're just coming back to get your initial teacher certification program, there is a perk. So the Federal Student Aid Regulation requires the university to treat these students coming into this program as a fifth-year undergraduate student, okay? So if you are a bachelor's holder and you want to come in for the initial teacher certification, when you're completing your FAFSA, you want to make sure that you identify yourself as an undergraduate student so that you can receive aid as an undergraduate student, all right? If you are defined, the definition for dependent means that you will provide your parental information when you do the FAFSA application. Students who are eligible for this are awarded as an undergraduate student. So you will receive $12,500 in Stafford direct loans for the academic year. And this includes subsidized loan. The great thing about subsidized loan is that it does not accrue interest while you are attending school. So that is the perk of being viewed as an undergraduate student for aid, because then we offer you a subsidized loan and an unsubsidized loan. And the plus for the subsidized loan is that it does not accrue interest while you're in school. The unsubsidized loan, on the other case, you do accrue interest while you are enrolled in school. Okay, and like I mentioned, all other programs, if your program is not eligible for federal aid, you will only be eligible for private loans, okay? These are additional certification programs. I took a screenshot of this, but you can see this on our website. It lets you know the specific amount that you will receive in aid if you're going into these specific programs. For example, all CRI programs, if you are an independent student, you will receive an annual Stafford maximum amount of $5,500, and you'll receive a subsidized loan. And other loans that you would be eligible for are private loans. So this, I'm not going to go over all of this, but you can see this information on our website. Once again, this is for the students that are coming in for that initial certification for teaching certs. All right, so this is an additional slide discussing the unsubsidized loans that you will qualify for. This is the amount that you will actually qualify for as a graduate student. So if it's a traditional graduate student, you are eligible for $20,500 for the academic year. And this is students that are coming in for the master's in teaching. If this is the initial certification, you have your bachelor's, you will be eligible to be viewed as an undergraduate student, and you will receive $12,500 for the year. All right. And then you're also eligible for that Federal Direct Plus loan and also the alternative private loans as well. Okay, so this is it for graduate students. These are the types of aids that we offer for our students. If you have any specific questions, you can contact us directly at financialaid@montclair.edu outside of this presentation. So of course, I'm going to be taking questions after the presentation is complete, but if you have additional questions, you can always email us. We're not on campus right now, we're not currently in the office, but we are working from home. So if you email us, we'll definitely get back to you. When a campus does open back up, we will be located in College Hall, second floor. The phone number that you can reach us, we actually have a call center, a Red Hawk Central call center. So if you have any specific questions and you want to call us, you can do so. This is our direct number, but the Red Hawk Central call center, that number is 973-655-7600. I want to advise you, the people that are in a call center are not direct financial aid counselors. So I always encourage our students to email us directly because then you'll most likely get referred to a financial aid counselor and we'll be able to better serve you. When you do contact our office, you want to make sure that you add your campus-wide ID number if you've been accepted into the institution already. This helps us locate your information quicker. And you can visit us on our website at www.montclair.edu/red-hawk-central. Now, students, if you're interested in the assistantship, this is the email address that you can contact the grad school. I think it's very beneficial for you to reach out to them. When you are applying for grad school, there's a question on the application that asks you if you're interested in the graduate assistantship. You just want to make sure if you are interested that you select yes so that you can go through that application process. You can always screenshot this screen, this slide, so that you can reach out to the graduate school if you have specific questions, okay?